Hi, this is Weekly Reflections, and I'm Nancy Joy. Well, it's Monday, and Monday is a very big day. It is solstice, summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, plus it is full moon. I believe in Sagittarius, and it's the strawberry full moon. I guess every moon in June, full moon in June, is a strawberry. 'Tis the season for strawberries, I would imagine. But that has not happened where there's a full moon and solstice on the same day in 68 years. The last time that happened was 1948, which was just about the end of World War II. And I find it significant because it holds promise and beauty and expansion in the new season, the summer season of maturation, of manifestation, of growth. And so it's an exciting open door, an exciting energy field, I think. And because it's so rare, and because of the full moon, of course, always affects what? It affects water. It affects the tides. We're 70% water. Definitely affects us in so many ways. This earth was originally all water. We were all birthed, and everything on this earth was birthed out of the water. There's just nowhere that the water is not. We breathe it in our air. It nourishes us, and it nourishes our planet. It's an amazing, amazing substance, no doubt. And also, because it is the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere, the top of the planet is being suffused with beautiful light, powerful light. It's the most powerful light of the whole year, and the longest. In some places, I was just up in Williston, North Dakota, and couple weeks ago, and the sun was setting as it approached solstice around 11 p.m. and rising around 4. So 5 hours of sort of dark, I guess. So it's a very illuminated time. So let's talk a little bit about water, because I had the most amazing experience on Saturday that I'm very, very excited to share with you. Let me start out by winding back a little bit. When I was on the Spirit of Alaska cruise last solstice time in June, there was a lot of disharmony about the situation with global warming and climate change and the icebergs melting, because of course we were cruising by these glorious icebergs and hearing about how they shrunk and shrunk. And I don't remember who it was. One of the facilitators there actually channeled the water. And this is what came out. It was very powerful. The melting icebergs are very disturbing, and to many in fear of global warming. But in fact, the iceberg is far from disastrous. And it is in divine timing that the icebergs and the warming and the melting are releasing the ancient codes of pure, divine, light-filled water into our oceans. Well, and as the water rises, this then travels through our oceans and into our rivers and lakes, and everything water is being recoded literally through the melting of the ancient codes that have been held in the icebergs for so very, very, very long, maybe 13,000 years. And once this message was received, we were also told it would heal and restore Mother Earth and awaken humanity to a higher consciousness. So this was good news, right? And it certainly points out where we are in judgment of something going on and blaming people for it. Not to say humanity hasn't left a pretty incredibly disturbing footprint at times on our planet, but as always, when you're in duality, you look for the point of integration. There's something good happening in what appears to be so disconcerting. So this past Saturday, I was so privileged to meet with a group of highly conscious people and come in contact with a gentleman who I would say, beyond a doubt, is a water avatar. His energy is just incredible. His heart is huge. I just felt lifted being in his presence. And he has a long and arduous journey that he shared with us. He has been involved in water since the 80s, and as a scientist and then an awakened spiritual being, he figured out many ways to use different types of water and energy in water for healing, and having healed things like cancer and Parkinson's and other things like that. But of course, once this was discovered, he was shut down quickly. Lawsuits came, and his life became very, very difficult from that point on. But he didn't give up. He kept doing his work. He kept putting one foot in front of the other. And then I believe it was in 2000, he suffered a very debilitating stroke. And he had 3 aneurysms or clots, I guess, in his brain. And he was in a coma for 10 days. When he came out of when he was in the coma, he has full memory of meeting with ascended masters who told him of his purpose to bring the frequency of God into the waters of the world. And he was coded to be able to do that. The frequency of God, by the way, they say, is 18,000 hertz. You can do your own search on hertz, but hertz are the number of a vibration in 1 second. And that creates a frequency wave, which is however many hertz. A love frequency is 528. God frequency is 18,000. So you can do your own research on that. But when he came back into his body, all excited and knowing exactly what needed to be done here, it was disturbing to realize that his body was not the same, that the stroke had compromised him a great deal. He couldn't walk if he was paralyzed from the knees down, and had other cognitive maladies. They told him he had the conscious capacity of a 3rd grader. And so this was very disturbing. He was divorced. He hit a bad financial place. His life became difficult. Then he began to use this new formula he was given and creating it to heal himself. And he created a water he calls Harmonia. And it is just the most amazing thing. If you saw him today, you would never know that anything had ever been wrong with him. He's a picture of health and a very dynamic man. And so he, through a long series of events, ended up here in a little apartment, a subsidized apartment here in Iowa, where he met a very dear friend of mine who connected him with the group of us here that are so highly conscious, so that he could share with us. And this is not, he has a website called www.harmoniawater.com. And I want to, my quote for this reflections is from his website. Water serves as a transport of energy through our bodies. Water is also able to memorize and transport information, i.e. the codes, right? To understand water is to understand the cosmos, the marvels of nature and life itself. And this is from Brian Friedman. This is the man who we met that had such a profound effect on us all for many, many reasons. And so Brian asked me at one point during this to hold the bottle of water. I'm going to show it to you here. I'm going to try to. Here we go. It's the Harmony. It's backwards, the label. He said to hold the bottle of water to my heart because it was very high frequency. And instantly, as I do now, and I'm not going to keep holding it because I'll probably leave, I felt an overwhelming peace just from holding this water, and closed my eyes, and soon I was transported to bliss. And I thought I knew bliss. But I realized perhaps I just rubbed the surface. Anyway, it was a very amazing feeling. I think the more in tune you are with frequencies, the more, the different people that held it in our group, everyone had a different experience. But mine, for sure, was profound. And so we got together and are deciding, how we can help him. He has a very small business. He makes this water using his own frequency. As I say, he's an avatar working with the Ascended Masters here on this, and a scientific way that he does it, which I don't understand at all. And he said how we could help the most was to get the word out there. He has a vision of everyone being able to access this. It can clear up, of course, the oceans, the lakes, the rivers, everything, but primarily starting inside of you. And there's no MLM. I'm not promoting any big business here. This is just one incredible man in his apartment using frequency, God frequency, through his own being and through this whatever he made. He actually creates the rotating, counter-rotating fields of light, sound, and color that make up your light body, the Merkaba. So he's created within the bottle a moving Merkaba of live water, very, of course, energized. And I know there's lots of claims that different waters are out there and everything, but I just have to tell you, having now drank some and held it, this is amazing. So I want to leave you with his sharing that Harmonia water is actually a catalyst for spiritual growth. Through this high-frequency liquid, coherent crystals activate the physical body to cleanse and realign so that every organ, every system, every function in your entire body works together in perfect harmony and integration. Harmony and integration. And not only that, it synchronizes with your energy bodies, your etheric, all your energy bodies, different dimensional frequencies that you are, and restores your ultimate divine blueprint over time. So this is an opportunity, if you feel it in your heart, if you can sense it in me, the magic, catch the magic that this brought into my life, and you're interested, follow up again on the website www.harmoniawater.com. It's all links on my blog here, and get a hold of me if you need any help or have any more questions. So it's a wonderful opportunity. Have a great solstice full moon, a terrific week. The energies of change, I don't think, have ever been more fully accelerated as they are now. So have a great week. See you again next week. Bye now.